prophecy of wilderness sprigs. In the vision, I saw water flowing over the tops of rock mountains at Petra, and it was flowing with crystal clear water flowing over the tops of the rocks. And the channel was being filled with the water. And I heard the word of the Lord say, sprigs. Then I looked and saw the verses and what they meant about sprigs. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 17 and 20. When the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue faileth for thirst, I, the Lord, will hear them. I, the God of Israel, will not forsake them. I will open rivers in high places, and fountains in the midst of the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and the dry land springs of water. I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittah tree, and the myrtle, and the oil tree. I will set in the desert the fir tree, and the pine, and the box tree together, that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord hath done this, and the Holy One of Israel hath created it. And that sprigs is planted in the wilderness with the wings of a great eagle. Ezekiel chapter 17, 1 through 8. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, put forth a riddle, and speak a parable unto the house of Israel. And say, Thus saith the Lord, a great eagle with great wings, long-winged, full of feathers, which have diverse colors, came unto Lebanon, and took the highest branch of the cedar. He cropped off the top of his young twigs, and carried it into a land of traffic. He set it in a city of merchants. He took also the seed of the land, and planted it in a fruitful field. He planted it by great waters, and set it as a willow tree. And it grew, and became a spreading vine of low stature, whose branches turned toward him, and the roots thereof were under him. So it became a vine, and brought forth branches, and shot forth sprigs. There was also another great eagle with great wings and many feathers. And behold, this vine did bend her roots toward him, and shot forth her branches toward him, that he might water it by the furrows of her plantation. It was planted in a good soil by great waters, that it might bring forth branches, and that it might bear fruit, that it might be a goodly vine. And just as it's written in the book of Job about the hope for a tree when it is cut down. Job in the NSAB, chapter 14, verse 7 through 9. For there is hope for a tree when it is cut down, that it will sprout again, and its shoots will not fail. Though its roots grow old in the ground, and its stump dies in the dry soil, at the scent of water it will flourish and produce sprigs like a plant. And just like Jeremiah, that prophet is sent to plant that sprig in the wilderness, like the almond tree that should bud and blossom. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 10 through 12. See, I have set this day, set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Jeremiah, what seest thou? And I said, I see a rod of an almond tree. Then said the Lord unto me, Thou hast well seen, for I will hasten my word to perform it. And that woman is the choice vine that will be planted into the wilderness for those 42 months. And she will sprout forth sprigs and grow as cedars planted next to the waters. Revelation chapter 12, verse 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. And that woman, as unto the sprigs, is given 2 eagle wings of that great eagle. Revelation chapter 12, verse 14. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent. Like a root out of dry ground, They will spring forth and grow just like Christ came as a root out of the dry ground. And so will his followers be like him. Isaiah chapter 53 verse 2. For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. And the Father's vineyard will be planted into the wilderness, like a cedar, like an olive tree, like a fig tree, like a grapevine, and all those things between. It will be grown in the wilderness, in a place of dryness, but it will bud forth like the almond tree and blossom. And sprigs will be seen in the wilderness. As my Father has sent me to plant, so shall I plant. And this is the prophecy of the wilderness sprigs.